today I'm going to be working on our pantry. I really want to update the color that's inside the pantry so it's more cohesive with the kitchen and the rest of the house. It's actually still a shade of tan from when I built the pantry. I built it with our deep freeze in mind. That may sound a little strange, but we have a small deep freeze that I really wanted to fit inside the pantry, so that's what I did, and it's worked out perfectly. I'm so happy with it, and extra storage is always a plus in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to clear it out and get to work on paint. And here is a look at the before. I wanted you to see the tan color with the faux wood trim. So that is what I'm working with, and I am ready for a change. So let's get to it. So I'm starting by removing everything from the pantry, including the hooks on the wall and the deep freeze, and then I will get to work on paint. Originally I wanted to paint everything white inside the pantry, but I did not have enough white paint on hand, and I really didn't want to go to the store if I didn't have to or spend the extra money. And the color on the wall, I have plenty of that left over, so I will be using that. It is called khaki taupe and is a light shade of gray. And so that worked out perfectly, and I did not have to spend any money. And one tip that I have when painting is you can actually line your pan with aluminum foil. Just make sure it is very secure on the pan. Then you can pour in your paint, use it the way you would normally, and when you're done you can roll it all up and toss it. It's much easier for cleanup. So I ended up painting a lot of the pantry with a brush because the roller just wasn't going to fit in between the shelves. And I'm using my favorite paintbrush. It is one I like to have on hand. I try to keep a new one at all times, but I can use one several times before I have to replace it. They clean up really well and they do a really good job. I will link it below if you'd like to check it out further, but it's definitely one I would recommend. It was getting pretty late in the evening by the time I was done with this project, but here is a look at the pantry with the new color. It's the next day and I woke up to all of this all over the kitchen. It was pretty late in the evening when I finished painting the pantry, and I knew I wanted to allow plenty of time for the paint to dry, so I just left everything overnight. Freed up the space around the coffee pot because that's important, but now it's dry and ready to go. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's definitely more cohesive with the rest of the house. The tan and the brown that were in there just weren't working anymore, and I finally got that done, so I'm really glad about that. And now I'm ready to tackle all of this, get it organized and back in place. So let's get to it. I have the deep freeze back in place, and I know it's hard to tell in the video, but there is a lot of space all the way around the deep freeze inside the pantry. I knew that was important for airflow, so I definitely had that in mind when I built the pantry. And if I can find some pictures of when I built it, I will pop those in here. I'm replacing all of my containers back into the pantry and filling up the ones that need to be filled. And I love these. These are my absolute favorite. They are the OXO containers. They are pretty to look at. They look so neat and organized, but they work. So I feel like they're well worth the money, and I definitely plan to pick up some more. And to help to kind of downsize the amount of stuff, the extra coffee that's for the Keurig, I'm going to just put it all in this container and label it. And another tip for a pantry is to use a Lazy Susan. They are very handy for a small area and to put canned goods or condiments and things like that on. And you can usually find them pretty inexpensively. I don't remember what I paid for this one, but I got it on the clearance rack at Bed Bath & Beyond. So here I'm just replacing my canning pot and putting it back on the top shelf. It's pretty deep, and this is a very large pot, so it works out perfectly up here since I do not use it very often. And then I'm putting the lunch bags up there. I thought I would change up how I had this wall and put a shelf. Okay, so I thought I would like this more than I do. I like that I could put paper plates, that sort of thing in there, but I don't really like the overall look of it. So I am going to take that off and figure out something else. So I'm just removing the shelf and taking out the screws that I just put in the wall, and then I will fix the holes. And eventually I chose to just put back the hooks and put the bags back in place. So I'm going to try out these Dollar Tree bins for the paper bags, paper plates, and all of the extras that I need to corral, and it actually worked out perfectly. So I went ahead and replaced the hooks that had been on the wall before, and then I knew I wanted some sort of artwork or a picture or a print on the back of the pantry where there's blank space. So I used my computer and made a kitchen conversion chart. I just thought that was fitting for this space. And then I'm reusing a frame that I used at Christmas to make some artwork with a gift bag. So I'm just going to place it into the frame and hang it on the wall. And if you're interested in a print like this, I will have the link to it below. I wanted to update the Dollar Tree bins that I chose to use, so I made some labels with my silhouette to dress them up a bit. I still want to pick up a couple of containers for the oats and different things like that, but here is a look at the pantry, and I will show a before and after at the end of the video. I am really happy with how this space turned out. Just simple changes like paint color and changing how I organized a few things just really made such a difference. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you a few ideas for organizing a space in your own home. And if you're new to my channel, I share a lot of budget-friendly DIY, home, and lifestyle content, and I would love it if you hit subscribe and hung around. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.